I'm excited about the new facility, not just because it's going to be bigger, but it's going to be broader in scope. And so, in addition to swimming activities for youth and their families, there can be significantly more wellness programming for youth, for families, and for companies.
We are trying to bring the Y to a different level as it relates to the amenities, the facility itself, and the value that we can bring to families and individuals across central Minnesota.
Our Y is not constrained by the market. The market's big enough to support a much larger Y. It's not constrained by management. We have a great management team with an excellent track record. It is constrained by the facility.
When you start comparing square footage of these types of YMCAs and communities, we are far deficient in that area. Right now, this community has the opportunity to change that and change that model to where we can start setting benchmarks that are comparable to other great communities out there in the United States.
When I think about the leadership at the Y, one of the reasons why I'm committed to this organization is because of Greg Jake. He came to us with 20 years of Y experience, but beyond that, he has this incredible passion for the Y and for its mission. And I believe in him and his vision. And he has come and said, you know, here's what the Y can be, but he's taken the Y we've had and he's already done amazing things with it. And he's created programs that we never dreamed that we would have.
We've set new records here in 2013 with the number of memberships that we have, but then on top of that, when you start drilling down into the program services, and many of these program services they're not competing services that are out in our community. These are new services that are complementing other services, and they continue to manifest and grow. We're having service programs now that we didn't even have 4 years ago that are busting at the seams to where when you walk into our Y at these busy times during the day, it's tough to find a place because there are so many multi-generations of families recreating that we are far exceeding our space's ability to serve.
The reason I think that this project will be good for the community and will be a real asset to the region is because it's something that at this time we just don't have. We don't have a fine, nice recreational area where families and individuals can spend quality time. We know what good looks like. We've seen it in other communities. I was recently in Fargo, North Dakota, where they've got 3 nice YMCAs.
I look at the other smaller communities that already have this and go, St. Cloud needs this, and it is certainly a piece of our community that's been missing and that we really need to fulfill now more than ever.
The passion around this vision, and I know how it can capture our community because of the experience that I had in my previous Y job there in Wichita, Kansas. I watched a community transform in front of my eyes. When I moved to the Wichita area, I had the opportunity to open up what was then the state-of-the-art, brand new 75,000 square foot facility that was just the happening place there in that northern part of Wichita. Within 5 short years, I saw them build 3 other facilities bigger than what mine was. And what was the most important thing about it is the diversity, the inclusiveness, the feeling of community, that just resonated. And when you're talking about a community that's nearly 500,000 people right now, and 30% of the community belongs to the YMCA, that tells you what that mission of the Y can do in our community.
We've laid a really good foundation for what it's going to be because we've taken the resources that we've had and we've done amazing things. Our staff has done amazing things, volunteers have done amazing things, but we're so limited. You know, we have a summer kids camp program. We started off with 20 or 30 kids a week. Last year we cut it off at 70. And these kids are like sitting on the floor doing crafts. They're playing out in the backyard that's dirt. And so when I think about this new Y, I just think about all those possibilities that will change and how we can really, we don't have to cap it at 70 kids. I mean, how many kids are out there? How many parents need a place for their kids to go? A healthy, safe place where you don't have to worry? That's what this Y is going to be. A place where I can send my son and know that he'll have fun, it'll be healthy, and he'll be safe. and he'll come home better.
I'm excited about expanding the Y's purpose as an aquatics center. If you think about all the different people that can participate, you can imagine children and their families in the kids' pool. You can imagine elite athletes at master swim class in the morning. You can imagine people in recovery and rehabilitation from injury. And you can imagine a play area for families and slides as well. And so I think it's a vibrant community that comes together for a series of healthy living activities.
The building itself is going to be very modern, a fair amount of glass in it, and really being, I think, open and spacious is probably the word. You know, right now when you go upstairs and you lift weights, the ceilings are pretty low. It's fairly what I would call almost institutional, and so bringing this new modern look to the Y is setting a new bar for health and wellness for the community and saying this is now what St. Cloud can look like and should look like.
Currently, the YMCA, we partner with over 60 different agencies within our community, and we're going to see that continue to grow and manifest itself in this new, vibrant space.
I see this as a century project for the main reason that these projects don't come across except once in a century.
You know, for 40 years, this YMCA has served an important mission in the community. But I think in the next 40 years, it can move from being a bright light in the community to really being a beacon on the hill. It can be one of those few things that people talk about when they talk about the Greater St. Cloud region. They can talk about the Clemens Garden, St. Cloud State University, the Centric Care Health System, and our great YMCA.
This is something you're building for this community that's going to last, beyond ourselves. And it's going to take all of us pitching in to whatever level we can to, in aggregate, raise the dollars and get this thing built.
If you believe in kids, if you believe in families, if you believe in our community, I want you to catch this vision, and I want you to get on board, and I want you to share the story and support it.